Awesome. Here we go. So today we're starting in a seated position. Actually, let's get our, I always forget to do this right before playlist time. So grab your phone, whatever you're playing your music on today, computer, go into the Thursday Metal Yoga 5/7/2020 playlist. We're starting the first song in 3, 2, and play. Making sure it's not on shuffle unless you want that. All right. Cool. So we're starting today in a seated position, facing forward. We're starting today with a pranayama breath practice called Bhastrika. It's meant to warm the core, get your blood pumping a little bit. Yeah, so just get the heart rate up right off the bat. So we're gonna start by lifting the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, draw the hands down, elbows down, exhale. It can look like anything for you. It can be more out to the side. If I do this, you're all gonna hear me with my cracky elbows and cracky shoulders. So I'm gonna do it differently so you don't hear that. It's very disturbing. So we're gonna reach up, inhale, exhale, pull it down. And for every set, we're gonna start by doing that for 10 times, all right? Starting with 1. And 10, lower down. Place the thumbs in the center of the palms. Wrap the fingers around the thumbs. Place your knuckles together, elbows out. Take a deep inhale in and hold the breath in. Sip in a little more breath. Sip in a little more breath. Hold. Big exhale. Inhale deep. Exhale all the way. Hold out your exhale. Exhale a little more and a little more. Hold. Release, inhale. And exhale. Round 2. Inhale, reach up, 10 counts, ready, go. And rest. Thumbs down, wrap the fingers around, knuckles together, deep inhale in, hold the breath in. Sip in a little more, and a little more. Exhale, release. Inhale, breath in. Exhale, release breath. Hold the breath out. Exhale a little more. A little more if you can. Nice. Release, inhale. And exhale. One more round. Inhale, reach 10 counts. Go. And rest. Thumbs down, wrap fingers around, knuckles together, elbows out, deep breath in, hold the breath in. Sip in a little more. Sip in a little more if you can. Exhale, all the way out. Breath in, breath out, hold the breath out. Exhale a little more, and a little more if you can. Nice, release, inhale. And exhale, rest the hands down on the knees or thighs. Maybe change your seat as we let this breath kind of settle in. Resting the palms facing up, shoulders roll down and back. Draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift the chin up towards the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time, inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, chin to chest. Neutral, so looking forward, but eyes are closed. Left ear to left shoulder. Someone's at my door. I think it's my Kat Von D makeup, yay. Head comes up, right ear to right shoulder. Maybe I'll get a sponsored of that on YouTube. Lift the head up. Nice. From here, release the feet. We're gonna do some Shirshasana. So we're gonna grab our strap, kick that left foot out to the left side. You can come facing the side of the mat if you like. That way your heel is on the mat. Otherwise, it doesn't bother you, facing whatever way you'd like. We wrap the strap around the left foot, so the right foot's in the inner thigh, knee bent. The strap is around our left foot and in our left hand. I'm gonna give you a second to grab that. You can walk that left hand as close to the foot as you want. If you do like to grab that foot and do a side stretch that way, you can, but it is kind of early on in the class, so why don't we all just use the props that we have if we do have them. Now I want you to externally rotate that left shoulder so that elbow kind of lifts in and then up. So the inside of the elbow is facing towards your ceiling. Roll that left shoulder back. Inhale, reach the right arm up, and a little side bend, bending the left elbow, bending towards the left side. Look up towards the right elbow. Take a breath and release. Come back up. We're gonna turn our torso to face those left toes. So pick up the right hip and slide it a little closer towards the left leg. So we're facing the left toes. You can grab the strap in each hand. Roll the shoulders down and back. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, bow down over the left leg. Reach the chin towards the big left toe. Draw the elbows in and towards you. Lower the shoulders away from the ears. Flex those left toes up. Nice, release the strap, other side, kick out the right foot. Left foot comes in the inner right thigh. Strap comes around the right foot. Strap in your right hand. Flexing those right toes up. Roll open the shoulder. Externally rotate that right shoulder and elbow. Lift the left arm up and over. Bend the right elbow side, bend to the right. Sink that left hip down to the floor. Maybe look up towards the left elbow. Breathe here. Slowly start to come up. Turn your torso to face the right foot. Pick up the left hip. Slide it a little closer towards the right leg. Strap in either hand. Flex the right toes up. Roll the shoulders down and back. Keep the elbows close to you as you lift the chin. Exhale, fold over the right leg, but keep the chin lifted. Try not to round the spine too much here. Reach the chin towards the big right toe. Take a breath. Nice, and release. Strap and go to the side for now. Sit over there. Tabletop pose, hands and knees. I'm gonna face you to make it a little easier to follow along. We've done this stretch before and I really like it, so we're gonna do it again. I'm probably gonna do it another time after this too, but we're gonna walk the knees over to the left, keeping the hands in front of you. So the knees walk to the left, knees together, and then we're gonna lower the right hip down to the floor to the right side. You might remember it now. We're walking the hands over to the left as we keep the hips where they are. Now you can make this deeper by taking the top left leg, sliding the knee back so that left knee goes right behind that right heel. Now, if you want to bring a little bit of a back bend, a little bit of a chest opener into this, you can roll the shoulders back, reach back with the left arm, maybe grab that left foot. Option here to let go of that foot, lower down onto the right forearm. Maybe try reaching back again. Maybe you grab the ankle or the shin instead. Nice shoulder, heart opener here. Take a breath. Nice, other side. Hands slowly walk back where they were. Lift the hips up and walk the knees over to the right. Knees together, left hip lowers down to the left. Hands walk over to the left. To make it deeper, slide that right knee back behind the left heel. You can lower down onto your left forearm and reach back with the right arm. These are all just things you can do with the pose. You can always stop where the pose feels the deepest for you and not go any further. But these are all options if they don't feel deep enough and you want to go a step further. You can reach back with the right hand, grab the shin, ankle, foot, whatever feels good. Maybe look down at the floor. And release the hand, walk the hands back up, back to the center, lifting the hip off the floor and coming back to center in your tabletop. We're gonna do some hip abductions from here. We're gonna tuck the back right toes and lift the left hip open to the left. So you can probably see why in the video. Some people call it dog at the fire hydrant. We're gonna close the hip and lift again. We're gonna do this 10 more times. Close 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right into the other side. Tuck the left toes. Right hip lifts. Let's do 11. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Nice job. Lower down. Go ahead. Tuck the toes underneath you in your tabletop. You might even drag, and I'll show you from the side so you can see better. You might even drag the toes down your mat to get even the pinky toe side of your feet. Walk the hands back to the thighs. And at first, it might not feel like much. And in a few breaths, you'll start to feel the opening, the bottoms of the feet, the plantar fascia. You can bring a little heart opener into this by reaching back, interlacing the fingers, and peeling the chest open. Maybe looking up. Look forward, release the hands if you have it. Stay here on the toes. We're gonna press into the floor and lift the knees. So find a good little spot on the heels and lift the hands, see if you can balance. Open the arms up to the sides. Take the left hand, grab the outer right thigh and reach back towards the back of your room with the right arm. Maybe look towards the hand if you can. You'll be shaking a little bit. That's okay. Other side, right hand grabs the outer left thigh. Reach back towards the back of your room with the left arm. Maybe look back. This is probably burning a little bit. The Achilles tendon area. Lower down, tabletop. And untuck the toes, just tap out the feet a couple times. Nice job. From here, we're coming into our plank pose. Everyone's favorite pose. Finding that good middle ground, not too high, not too low for sure. If you find that that middle zone is a little hard to do for you, or maybe it's not really something you want to do right now, maybe you just had dinner or something, then come up a little higher. Because when you come down too low, you sink down into that lower back and you don't want to do that. So if you don't want to come to the middle, come a little higher. Take a few breaths. 2 more deep breaths to stay. With your next inhale, lift the hips up and back, downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pedal out the heels. Bending one knee at a time. From here, we're gonna take the feet and make them as wide or wider than your mat. Walk the hands closer to your feet. So you're sitting on the heels. Heels are on the floor. Reach toward the right outer shin with the left hand. Take a breath. Exhale. Lower left hand, right arm reaches to the left outer shin. Look underneath that left arm. Lower it down. Take the knees down to the floor. Tuck the heels and feet underneath you. Sit back for child's pose. Arms walk forward. Take a few breaths. Ground the forehead down to the floor. Maybe you take a sip of water. I'm gonna light my incense. I always forget to do that. Take a few more breaths. And we come back up. Tabletop, coming right into downward dog. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, slide forward into plank. Exhale, lift up, downward. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, keep this flow going. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 5 more. 5. Lift. 4. Lift. You got this. 3. Lift. 2. Lift. And 1. Downward dog. Stay. Bring the feet closer together. Lift that right leg up. Draw the knee in towards your nose. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift. And step it through, starting with runner's lunge, lowering the left knee nice and slow. Untuck the back toes if you'd like, sweep the arms up. Arms are strong, fingers are strong. Take that left hand, grab the outer right thigh, and reach back with the right arm. Look back. Nice. Hands come down, line the front foot, tuck the back toes, and step into downward dog. Inhale the left leg up, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. Knee all the way forward, foot between the hands, right knee lowers down, untuck if you'd like. Arms sweep up. Take a few breaths. Right arm grabs the outer left thigh, reach back with the left arm, twist. Look back. Music's starting to pick up the pace. So let's see if we can work that into our routine here. Hands come down, line the front left foot, tuck the back right toe, step back, downward dog. We're taking 3 breaths to stay in downward dog. Nice, right leg lifts. Foot forward between the hands, left knee lowers down. Again, untuck the toes, sweep the arms up. Hook the thumbs together overhead, little back bend this time. Hands come down, tuck the back toes, same thing, lift up, downward dog. Left leg lifts, step it through between the hands, right knee lowers down, untuck. Sweep the arms up. Hook the thumbs together the opposite way you did before. Open the chest. Hands come down, step back. Downward dog, right leg lifts. Step it through. I think you're starting to see a pattern here. Untuck the back left toe, sweep the arms up. This time the right arm comes down. Maybe it grabs the back left thigh. You do kind of a twisted back bend. Maybe you bend the left elbow and grab underneath that right ear. Hands come down. Step the right foot back, downward dog. Left leg lifts, step it through. Right knee lowers. Untuck toes, sweep the arms up. Again, same thing, but the other side. You left the left arm lower down, maybe grab the back right side, excuse me. Reaching up and back with the right arm. Maybe bending the right elbow. Hand lowers down, tuck back toes. Step the left foot back, downward dog. Take one more deep breath. Exhale, lower the knees down. Take a child's pose. Sit back towards the heels. Take a few breaths. Come to tabletop, hands and knees. Hips move side to side. Find a neutral spine. Inhale, dip the belly, look forward. Exhale, press and round. Just some cat-cows. Inhale, dip and look forward. Exhale, press and round for cat. One more of each, inhale. And exhale. Tuck the toes, hover the knees off the floor just a few inches. We'll start with 3 inches. Press into the floor with your fingertips. Lower the knees a little bit. Don't touch them down. Now hover them just half a centimeter off the floor. Pressing for 3, 2, and downward dog, only to bring the feet forward for a forward fold. Feet hips width distance apart, bending one knee at a time, waking up the hamstrings. Nice, find some stillness. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. A few more times, inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins. Exhale, slide them down. Inhale. Exhale. Use your core, inhale. Draw the belly in as you exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms, and rise. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Stay here for a moment, take a few breaths. Shoulders are heavy. Hugging the belly in. Now, when this whole metal yoga thing started, people were very confused. A lot of people were confused of how you could do yoga to metal, but as you guys all probably know, it's more about feeling powerful than having it help increase your heart rate or make you angry or anything like that. It's a release for sure, but I feel that the music makes me feel stronger, and it makes me focus because of that feeling that I get through the music. Try to channel that as you do these harder poses. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step one foot back from the other, plank pose. Slide forward, high to low, you can modify. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Staying here for 4 breaths. Harder poses doesn't mean that it has to be something crazy looking, something like a really intense back bend or anything. Hard poses for me is chaturanga sometimes. I mean, you're going from high to low push-up, and if your triceps are sore that day, it can be a really difficult, challenging pose. Look forward, step one foot forward, then the next. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do another one, but faster. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Step back, plank to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing or cobra to downward facing. We're taking one breath, and then we're finding our way to the front. I'm huge into stepping forward. My shoulders hate when I jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend knees, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart center to stay. Again, hug the belly in. Uddiyana Bandha. Shoulders roll down and back. Shoulder blades drop together. From here, let's take the feet wide. So as wide as your mat or wider if you're taller. We're taking the hands behind the back. So we'll have the fingertips point up and the heels of the hands a little bit lower on the lower back. This may look different for you. If this doesn't really work with your wrists, you can just grab the back, kind of do a regular hands at your hips, but more towards your back. Doesn't have to be fingers pointing up. I'm gonna hug the belly in, take an inhale. As we exhale, we're slowly gonna lean back. Nice and gentle. Doesn't have to be an extreme back bend, just a light one, but control is where we're focusing here. Inhale, come up, keep the hands where they are. Exhale, push the hips forward to start, and then lean back. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, stay. Push the hips forward. Inhale. Exhale, open the chest, look up. Inhale, stand. Feet walk underneath the hips. Nice job. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, sit down into chair pose, Utkatasana. Lift the toes up off the ground, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Hands to heart center, twist to the right. I'm gonna turn and face you so it's a little easier to do. Inhale, reach up, come to center, twist to the left. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale to the right. Faster, inhale, reach. Exhale, left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and one more. Exhale, inhale to come back to center. Hands to heart center in your center chair pose. Sit down deeper. Hips sink back. Make sure your toes are light. Wiggle the toes. Nice. From here, we're gonna widen the feet. Toes point away from each other. And we sit down to Malasana. Squat pose. You can always take your prop, slide it underneath, take a seat. Otherwise, you can stay here in Malasana without your prop. It's a much deeper pose, especially when you hold it for longer. Take a few breaths to stay. Start by reaching the right fingertips out to the right side, arm in front of that right shin. Look over towards your left shoulder. Lift the left arm up and over. Either staying here or you're internally rotating the arms and reaching behind that right leg. Maybe you try it out. Maybe you try it with the strap. You can't quite reach. Nice. Undo it if you have it. Left arm comes in front of that left thigh. Left shin as well. Fingertips to the floor, tented. Look to your right shoulder. Reach the right arm up and over. Internally rotate the shoulders. If you're doing the bind, reach behind. See if you can grab the fingers behind you. If not, don't feel down about yourself. It's a journey. I know that's cheesy to say, especially for metal yoga, but I mean, it's true. Everyone's at a different place in their bodies, in their practice, and just give yourself, you know, a little bit of patience to get there. We're not all going to get to the same stretches today. Release it. Coming out of it, right arm reaches up. Both arms come in front of both thighs, opening the arms to either side. Now, your crow pose is here if you want it. If you want to practice it, feel free to lean into the shins, lean the shins into the triceps. Maybe that's how you start it. This could be it right here. Sometimes I feel like my feet are a little too far from each other for a crow coming right out of Balasana. So maybe you walk them a little closer together. If you want to try next step forward, you can lean the shins into the triceps and sit back. The difference between that version, the one I did before, is that my hips were much more lifted here. Maybe you lift one toe, maybe you lift the other, you start to fly. Let's lower down, Malasana. Let's press our hands down to the floor. Forward fold, feet pointed forward. Hips move left and right. Feet are a little bit wider than the hips. Take a few breaths as you move the hips left and right. Nice. Come back to the front of our mat in our forward fold. Gonna inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. I'm gonna step that right foot back. Lower the right heel down. We're lifting up for warrior two. So hips are open to the right side. Arms are strong, reaching the fingers forward and back. Staying here, nice and strong. Maybe you wiggle those left toes closer to the front of your room and you get deeper. Nice, now we can flip the left palm. I know it feels so instinctual to come right into reverse warrior. From reverse warrior, we're coming into triangle pose. So try to straighten that left leg a little, a lot. I like to lock the knee. I think, you know, from my yin training, I found that locking the knee is not the most evil thing you can do to your body. It's actually something we do all the time naturally. And as long as there's no pain in it, it can be perfectly fine. So do whatever you like with your knee. Reach down the left arm, triangle pose, Trikonasana. I like to grab the shin, reach up with the right arm. You can use your block if you'd like as well. We're gonna close that right shoulder, reach down with the right arm. Pull something up, reach up, look towards the sky. Lower down, inhale, reach up. Exhale, close the right shoulder, reach the right arm up. 2 more times, lower, reach, and lower, and reach. Lower down 1 more time, but we stay here. We're gonna walk that right foot much closer towards your left foot. So hop it forward. Until that right heel is definitely on the floor. We're bowing down, hips facing forward in pyramid pose. Fingertips to the floor. Or if you'd like your blocks or your books, this is a great pose to use props in, whatever props you have. Otherwise, you can lower down with hands on the floor. Your left knee can be super bent here, by the way. Forgot to mention that. It's actually better for your knee if it feels a little bit hard, better to bend it than to lock it if it feels like it's being stressed out doing that. Nice. From here, we're gonna bend the left knee and step the right foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back. I'm gonna switch sides though so you can see it better. Left foot steps back, left heel lowers down, sweep the arms up, warrior two. And you can move your back foot a little further back, inch the right toes closer to the front if you want a deeper pose. If you haven't noticed today, I had quite the kind of like a cardio, slow flow, also fast flow planned. And it had a lot to do with the playlist, so you can blame the music. Lower the shoulders. Here's a great place to pause and bend the right knee even more. And then we can do the reverse. And from here, triangle pose, we'll start to straighten that right knee and reach down and over the right leg with the right hand. Left arm reaches up, feeling a nice hamstring stretch in the right side. Inhale, reach up even more to the left. Exhale, lower the hand down and reach. Exhale, lower, inhale, reach. Exhale, lower, inhale, reach. Exhale, lower, inhale, reach. I'm trying to think of something that's like funny to do that kind of reminds me of this. Maybe you're picking the money off the floor at the strip club. I don't know. I have my pole right next to me, so that's what made me think of it. One more time, inhale, reach the arm up. And let the left hand lower down. Hop that left foot closer, so bend the right knee. Bring it closer for pyramid. Square the hips off so you face the front, hips face forward. Maybe you do a little inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. You can use your blocks here as well, or your fingertips. You can always bend that right knee a little or a lot, or not at all if you like that. If you're doing something like not bending the knee in this kind of pose, just make sure you're doing it because it honestly does feel good for your body and not because your internal ego is telling you you have to do the pose that way. So just make sure you know the difference when you do those deeper poses, because that's how injuries can happen. Nice, bend the right knee, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Let's take a ragdoll. Make the feet nice and wide. Grab opposite hands to opposite elbows. Let the head dangle down between the shoulders. Sway side to side. I'm trying to think of better things to have said than the thing I did say when I was doing triangle pose, but I don't know. You can imagine your own scenario that would make you excited to do that pose. Nice, heel to the feet closer together under the hips. Bend the knees, slowly rise. Nice. From here, I have a couple more things planned. We have a few more minutes. I'm really pumped to do half moon pose because y'all know I love half moon. We did quite the difficult flow with half moon before, but let's focus more on holding it, coming directly into the pose and then out of the pose so we can focus more on the pose itself than the transition. So half moon pose, I'll just do it really quick in case you don't remember what it looks like. Basically, you start in like a standing split, and then you open up one arm, you open up the hip that's lifted the most, and there you have it. Heart opener, hip opener, balance. All right, so let's start by lifting the right arm up, or right leg up. So grab your prop in your left hand. You can have the fingertips on the floor. It is more difficult, so just remember that if you're having some trouble without your block. So you can have it at the highest height, lowest, whatever works for you. Start by bending that left knee a little bit. Swing that right leg up, toes pointed down to start. Then externally rotate the right leg, so point the toes towards the right side of your room. And as that right hip starts to lift over the left, the right arm reaches up and follows suit over the left shoulder. Maybe your eyesight draws to the right even in the more extreme version of the pose. Lift up that right leg. Reach the fingertips up. Holding. Nice job. Lower down. Bend one knee at a time, forward fold. Other side. Block in the right hand. Start by bending the right knee a little bit, lifting the left hip, toes pointed down to start. Then we peel the hip open, stacking the hips, pointing the left toes towards the left side of your room, opening the left arm to the sky, stacking the shoulders, externally rotating the shoulders and arms. Pretend like you're pressing that left heel into a wall right behind you. And of course, you can let go of the block or the prop. You want a little extra balance. Holding, breathing. Don't forget to breathe, especially in your balance poses. I know it's hard to remember. Take another breath if you can, if you're still with me. Nice job, lower down. Whew. One knee bends at a time. Nice job. Not an easy pose to do, but it does get easier as time goes on with anything. But I always notice that pose, you know, even with my bad days, I feel like I can do that pose more or less. So I think it has a lot to do with the IT band, with the hip strength, so just know that. Inhale, halfway lift, press into the thighs and look forward. Draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. Let's go ahead, come all the way down onto our backs. Just ignore the fact that I'm facing forward and back separate times. All the way down into our backs. As you know, I love ending class with a bridge before we totally come down into Shavasana. So feet are down, hips lift up into the sky, press into the feet, arms press down by your sides. And since this song is super powerful, let's lower down, do some pulses. Move to the beat. You can do double time or slower. Continuing at your own pace for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift and stay. Little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Hug the knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. Let's let the knees fall to the left. Something like a good lying twist before coming into Shavasana. Knees to center, let them fall to the right. Reach the left. Nice job. It's about time to come into Shavasana. Let the knees come up, legs down. If you do have your props, you can bring them underneath the knees if you have any lower back pain. Even if you don't, it still feels really nice. Arms relax. And you breathe. Stay in your Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Letting your body get very heavy. Totally relaxing your body down into the floor. Feeling heavy but weightless at the same time. Everyone's taking a deep breath in together. And an exhale out. Every time you exhale, you sink down a little deeper into your floor. Part of the philosophy of yoga, and of course Hinduism, Buddhism, is releasing the idea that you have the ability to control your surroundings. Of course, you have the ability to influence your own life and your surroundings. There are many things that you have absolutely no control over. So go ahead and release your exhale, release your control, and the presumption that you can control it. Whatever that thing is, maybe the general situation that we all are dealing with collectively, release your control. Take a breath in. Inhale your influence in the situation. And just remind yourself that you don't have to be thriving. Our biggest goal is to be surviving. And you're here at yoga, so give yourself a little pat on the back for coming onto your mat today and joining me here. Do something good for your body. Slowly make your way to an easy seat. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. And since we're all in the comfort of our own homes, and since mantras can feel really awkward to do at studios, let's just end by saying, I release my control. And together we say, I release my control. And of course, together, as we end practice, the light and dark in me loves and honors the light and dark in you. And together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you like my new getup. Kind of yoga stoned right now. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I have a couple announcements before we all part ways. I'll allow you to unmute yourself if you want.